Unfortunately, with the massive Insomniac data breach, we got a lot of information in regard to Spider-Man 2 DLC and its future. However, I wish we never got this information this way. I wish we got it through official sources from Insomniac with gameplay trailers and surprise announcements, but all the information is on the internet now and there's no way to avoid it. So whilst trying to dodge all the Wolverine spoilers, I wanted to go over everything that has been leaked in regards to the Spider-Man 2 DLC. So please leave a like on the video and let's get started with the story DLC coming to Spider-Man 2. So according to the leak on Reset Era, there are 3 DLCs coming to Spider-Man 2 in 2024, and all of these will be free and it will not be a part of a paid season pass. The 3 DLCs that I mentioned are the Beetle Infestation, Extreme Carnage, and the Spider-Verse Anomaly. So let's start off with the Beetle Infestation. I also want to say that there isn't much detail about the DLCs rather than just quick little bullet points. So Beetle Infestation is a Spider-Man 2 free DLC and it will be an open world mission and it will include a boss fight. And the DLC will of course feature Beetle, which we've got a look at him here. And I didn't even know that this supervillain existed, and he seems like he's a very lowly supervillain. So my hope for this DLC is that it's a very emotional human story. I think there is no hype for a Beetle DLC. However, this could be a very good surprise if they tell a deep emotional narrative with him. The next DLC is Extreme Carnage. It's also going to be a Spider-Man 2 free DLC and it will be an open world mission with the boss fight being of course Carnage himself. I think this is the most anticipated DLC and it will continue the story of Peter Parker and Yuri Watanabe against Cletus Cassidy. So I'm not sure if there's going to be a time jump. It could be a 1 year later situation with these DLCs and the DLC events being months apart from each other. That's just my own personal speculation. But what the Extreme Carnage DLC tells me is that Peter Parker is most likely going to have to return for this mission. So that's going to be very, very interesting. I really want to see how they explain it, and because unfortunately all of Insomniac plans were leaked, we can see that this DLC will directly tie into the Venom spin-off game that is coming in 2025. The Venom Lethal Protector game is described to have Carnage infected boroughs throughout New York City. So I definitely expect this DLC specifically to set up the Venom game. So we may get some cutscenes to of course set up Venom and kind of tease who is going to be the Lethal Protector Venom in the spin-off game. And the final DLC is the Spider-Verse Anomaly. It's also looking like this is going to be the final DLC and it will be free of course, and it will be a Sony Pictures crossover and it will include Spider-Verse NPCs and villains, Spider-Verse missions, and the Spider-Verse visual filter. So my theory here is when we watched Across the Spider-Verse and we saw the Insomniac Spider-Man, we may get an extension of that scene and see what was being said to that Insomniac Spider-Man. We may find out why he was brought into that Spider-Man HQ, and this DLC may show Peter and Miles becoming kind of Spider-Verse agents where they tackle anomalies within the Spider-Verse. It's described to having Spider-Verse NPCs and villains, so I'm thinking we'll get some very weird versions of villains we've already seen in the game, but have a different style to them because they came from the multiverse. For example, the Renaissance period Vulture from the Spider-Verse movie. We may see him or other versions of villains like that, where it could be any villain with any different types of style to them, and I think that's such a great concept for the game. I think we all kind of wanted to see some Spider-Verse connections, and it seems like all these missions will have that Spider-Verse visual filter to them, or the entire game could be taking place in the same New York City with all the same assets but with the visual filter, and it could be that Peter and Miles have been sucked into a different multiverse, a different version of Earth in fact, and they have to find a way of getting back to the Insomniac Earth. Again, we don't know any official story details, but I'm really glad we're going to be getting this crossover. We also got some more information about the DLC, which is from gamingbolt.com, which reads, beyond that, additional free post-launch updates throughout the year will also seemingly include regular in-game drops of free spider bots to collect and suits to equip, while Insomniac seemingly also plans on releasing a Game of the Year edition of the game in holiday 2024, which will include all content released up to that point. So I'm hoping with each free DLC we're also going to be unlocking new spider suits, but also throughout the year I hope we also get some spider suits added to the game for free, just single suit drops. And it seems like from reading this, that is kind of the plan from Insomniac. Also because there are plans to release a fully complete version of Spider-Man 2 called the Game of the Year edition by holiday 2024, it seems like holiday 2024 2024 is when everything of the game will be out, and there will be no more updates in regards to free DLC or new suits for the game. Because in 2025 it seems like we're going to be getting the Venom Lethal Protector game, and that is seemingly going to be a continuation of Spider-Man 2 and lead in to Spider-Man 3. Also, 2024 seemingly had plans to release a Spider-Man 2 online mode, which was going to be called Spider-Man The Great Web, and this was going to be a Spider-Man meets GTA Online type of game, and it would have featured turf raids, challenges, villain schemes, big event boss battles, customizable characters, seasonal events. However, it seemingly got cancelled, just like The Last of Us 2 online mode just got cancelled too. So it seems like with Jim Ryan gone, Sony's new lead or their executives want to refocus on the single player aspect of Sony PlayStation. I can't share any concept art with you because it might get taken down, rightly so, but it is cool to see that there is a Venomized Sandman, which was being discussed by the creative director of Spider-Man, Brian Inter, to add into Spider-Man 2. It seems like it would have been added into the Spider-Man 2 online mode, so that concept wouldn't have gone to waste if Spider-Man 2 had its online mode. We also got a quick trophy leak, which is just the trophy icon of when you finish the New Game Plus mode story. Of course, I can't show you that either, but it's absolutely nothing special. I also want to mention that this DLC could be scrapped. It may not even be the planned DLC to come for Spider-Man 2. If we look at the leaked roadmap, we can see Spider-Man 2 and Venom, but we can't see any plans for Spider-Man 2 DLC between them. However, this roadmap could be just for main title releases and doesn't show any DLC, as we know that the New Game Plus mode is definitely coming for Spider-Man 2, but that isn't being shown on this roadmap. So I hope that the DLC that was leaked is going to be coming in 2024 for Spider-Man 2. It makes sense for it to come, but we're gonna have to wait for Insomniac to officially reveal that with trailers to actually get some substance of story details of what we can expect in these DLCs. But guys, again, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. It's very unfortunate that the leak happened and all this information is leaked, but this information leaking isn't really all that bad. The worst thing about this leak is the fact that a lot of personal details of staff members and actors have been leaked because of this. And because video games take so long to develop that you have to plan 10 years almost in advance, it's a shame that all those plans have been leaked by someone who just wants to make a quick $2 million bucks. I'm not sure if the hackers have anything else. I think they leaked everything they had, and although it's a real shame that the games have been leaked, it's more concerning about the personal information, and I hope they can take down as much as they can. I hope it doesn't affect anyone's personal lives and that they can catch the people that have done this. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm very excited for the upcoming slate of Insomniac Games, and I will be talking more about the upcoming projects that Insomniac have, so stay tuned for that. We're also going to be talking more about Spider-Man 3 because we have new information about the game, and of course the Venom game, which we touched on in this video, but we'll kind of speculate more in a separate video. And guys, I'll be working on a Patreon, which is coming very soon, but once it's up, I'll leave it in the description of my videos and I'll talk more about it then. Guys, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out, God bless. Hope to see you in my next videos. Take care, guys.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind.